Talk about weather whiplash. We're going to have a full month's worth of March weather in about a 36-hour period. Record high temperatures for many today, snow, and then back to record highs. So we have this developing low to the west, a pretty potent one. It is drawing very warm air ahead of it from Texas all the way to Minnesota. Record highs are going to be set today, but behind it, it is pulling down a chunk of some significant cold air. It's going to be brief, but it's going to set into motion this domino effect of events that's going to lead to some pretty crazy weather here over the next 24 to 36 hours. So near record highs today. Many places will break records. The Twin Cities just happens to have one of the highest records for the date, 64 degrees. We may fall short of that, but a 60-degree reading looking very likely. Very rare to do that in February. And then behind it will come some cold air that will already reach northwestern Minnesota tonight. That will start to develop some rain turning to snow, which will then spread across the state tomorrow. It's going to be brief, that cold and snow, but pretty potent. So 60s today across southern Minnesota, and then here comes that cold sweeping across the state. The grayish green color is sub-zero air that will settle in across western and northern Minnesota by Wednesday morning. So many places in central and western Minnesota are going to see a 60-degree drop in temperatures over about a 36-hour period. So here's the snow tomorrow night, and then through the day tomorrow we'll see it kind of fill into this very narrow band in the evening, and because the ground will be warm and it will only last a few hours, not a lot here in the Twin Cities, probably under an inch, but we're talking several inches or more in northern Minnesota. These are the areas that have some winter storm watches, northwestern into northern Minnesota. Basically Grand Forks to International Falls could see 4 to 6 plus inches, but generally a slushy coating to maybe an inch, Twin Cities, western Wisconsin. And behind it comes some cold. Look at this. Lows by early Wednesday, the northern half of the state, sub-zero for actual temperatures, but we're going to add wind to that too. Windy today out of the south, but then that wind switches out of the northwest through the day tomorrow. Windy afternoon into tomorrow night. We're talking sustained wind speeds 15 to 30 miles an hour. Gusts will be higher, some 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts in northern and western Minnesota through early Wednesday. So wind chill is going to be a major factor come tomorrow night into Wednesday. Early Wednesday morning, wind chills as cold as 25 below zero in northeastern Minnesota. But even in the Twin Cities, we're talking 5, 10, 15 below zero wind chills. That's going to be quite the dramatic change. And then warm air moves right back in by the end of the week and the weekend. We're talking more record high temperatures, not just warm, but probably more records Saturday and Sunday, and a stormy setup again as another chunk of cold and a possible storm system develops Sunday night into Monday next week. Highs on Saturday could break more records. Everything that's in boxes here are potential record highs. Sunday, same thing, well into the 60s. At least half the models right now have us hitting our first 70 of the season on Sunday. This is the European model. If we do that, it would be the earliest ever recorded 70-degree reading in the Twin Cities. The earliest as it stands right now is March 5th, set back in 2000. So that could beat it by a couple days. But it's going to end with a bang, maybe. Some thunderstorms potentially Sunday night, but also some wintry weather is possible as colder air moves in. Could see a swath of snow. Too early to tell where exactly or how much, a week away, but you get the idea. We are in for some crazy weather this week. Just kind of everything that March has to offer in these last days of February, transitioning into March. So I guess we can technically consider that March coming in like a lion with this sort of roller coaster weather. 62 today, again, the all-time February record high was set today in 1896. It's 64 degrees, gonna get close. 44 tomorrow, that'll be in the morning. Temperatures fall, that means snow develops by the evening, starting probably as a rain-snow mix. Brief shot of a few hours of it, it'll be done by midnight tomorrow night, and then it's just gonna be cold Wednesday. Whatever we get is gonna turn to ice. Be aware of that because of that big drop in temperatures, but then we are warming right back up by Thursday and more record highs heading into the weekend. Very spring-like pattern here ahead.